Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Isabella Norris, and if you're new here, I'm a physician with over 15 years of experience helping people manage chronic conditions, especially diabetes. And today, I want to talk to you about something that I genuinely wish more people knew about. Because in all my years of practice, diet is still the number one thing that moves the needle for my patients. So let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever wondered if there's an easy way to keep your blood sugar stable without giving up food that actually tastes good? Because I hear this all the time from the guys I work with, men in their 50s, 60s, 70s, who tell me, Doc, I'm tired of eating like a rabbit and still watching my numbers go up. I get it, and that's exactly why I made this video. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 powerful superfoods that diabetics can eat every single day, or at least several times a week, to help keep blood sugar levels under control. These aren't weird foods you've never heard of. Most of them are things you can grab at your local Walmart or Kroger right now. And they're not just nutritious. They're proven to make managing diabetes a little bit easier. I'll also explain exactly why each food works, how it affects your insulin sensitivity, and some simple ways to add it to your daily meals. Stick around to the end, because number 3 has benefits that honestly surprised even me. And I've been doing this for a long time. Let's get into it. Number 1, shrimp. Now, I know what some of you are already thinking. Doc, doesn't shrimp raise cholesterol? And look, I'm going to address that head on right now because this is one of the most common points of confusion I see. And you deserve a straight answer, not more mixed messages. Yes, shrimp is relatively high in dietary cholesterol, but here's what the research actually shows. Dietary cholesterol and blood cholesterol are not the same thing. For most people, eating shrimp does not significantly raise LDL. That's your bad cholesterol. In fact, shrimp has been shown to raise HDL, the good kind. So if your doctor hasn't told you that yet, now you know. As always, if you've got specific cardiovascular concerns, talk to your own physician before making big changes. But for the majority of my patients, shrimp is absolutely on the table. Now let's talk about why shrimp is incredible for blood sugar. Shrimp has a glycemic index of 0. That means it literally does not spike your blood sugar at all. For a diabetic man trying to manage his glucose levels, that is a massive deal. It's also low in calories and fat, while being loaded with high-quality protein, the kind that helps stabilize your appetite, support muscle maintenance, and make weight management easier. And for guys especially, holding on to muscle as you age is critical. Protein does that job. On top of that, shrimp is an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. Now, for people with diabetes, heart health is a top priority. Diabetes increases your risk of cardiovascular disease, and omega-3s help fight that. They reduce inflammation in the blood vessels, improve cholesterol profiles, and lower your overall risk of complications. Shrimp is also packed with vitamin B12 and vitamin D. B12 supports brain health, energy levels, and red blood cell production, all things that tend to decline as men get older. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium and protects your bones. One of the best things about shrimp is how fast and easy it is to cook. We're talking 5, maybe 7 minutes on the stovetop. Toss it in a pan with olive oil, garlic, and a squeeze of lemon. Done. Pair it with low-carb vegetables like bell peppers, zucchini, or leafy greens. Avoid the breaded, fried versions you'd find at a fast food joint. Keep it simple, keep it lean. I'd recommend working shrimp into your meals at least twice a week. It's a simple, delicious way to boost protein, protect your heart, and keep blood sugar steady. And next time you're at the grocery store, don't walk past the seafood section. Number 2, black beans. Black beans are one of those foods that I've been recommending to my patients for years, and they never let me down. If you're a guy who grew up eating rice and beans, you're already ahead of the game. Here's why they're so good. Black beans are incredibly high in fiber. And fiber is your best friend when it comes to managing blood sugar because it slows down the absorption of glucose, which means your blood sugar rises gradually instead of spiking all at once. That's exactly what you want. They also have a glycemic index of around 30, which is considered low. Low GI means slow, steady energy release. No sugar crash, no dramatic swings in glucose. Beyond fiber, black beans give you plant-based protein, folate, and iron. Folate supports healthy cell growth and energy metabolism. Iron is essential for red blood cell health, important for guys who want to feel energized and sharp throughout the day. Now, here's a practical tip from someone who's been in this field a long time. If you're buying canned black beans to save time, and there's nothing wrong with that, I do it myself, make sure you rinse them thoroughly before eating. Canned beans can have a lot of added sodium, and if you're also managing blood pressure, that matters. A quick rinse in a colander under cold water removes a good chunk of that excess sodium. You can add black beans to salads, stir-fries, soups, or just heat them up as a side. They pair beautifully with other superfoods like leafy greens or avocado. I like to make a quick black bean and avocado bowl with some lime and cilantro. Takes about 10 minutes, tastes great, and it's doing real work for your blood sugar at the same time. If you eat black beans regularly, you're not just managing diabetes. You're also supporting your heart health and keeping your energy levels stable. That's a win on multiple fronts. Number 3, raspberries. All right, here's the one I promised you. And I know for a lot of guys, fruit feels like enemy territory when you've got diabetes. People assume all fruit spikes blood sugar and should be avoided. That is not true across the board. And raspberries are a perfect example of why. Raspberries have only about 5 grams of net carbs per 100 grams. Their glycemic index is just 32. That means they release sugar very slowly into your bloodstream. No spike, no crash. Their high fiber content slows sugar absorption down even further. So you can eat raspberries and feel good about it. But here's what really makes them stand out: the antioxidants. Raspberries are loaded with quercetin and ellagic acid. These compounds fight oxidative stress and inflammation, which are 2 of the main drivers that make diabetes harder to manage and increase the risk of complications. By protecting your cells from damage, raspberries help reduce the risk of long-term diabetic complications while supporting your overall health. They're also packed with vitamin C, which strengthens your immune system and promotes skin healing. That matters especially for diabetics, since elevated blood sugar can sometimes compromise immune function. Now, how do you eat them? I sprinkle raspberries over plain Greek yogurt with chia seeds. That's one of my go-to breakfasts. You can blend them into a smoothie with spinach and a scoop of protein powder. Add them to a salad with avocado, walnuts, and leafy greens for a powerhouse meal. Or if you've got a sweet tooth and you want something that feels like a treat, freeze them and pair them with a few squares of dark chocolate. That's a diabetic-friendly dessert that actually works. And if you can't find raspberries or they're out of season, blackberries are an excellent substitute. They have an even lower GI of around 25, fewer carbs per serving, and the same high fiber antioxidant profile. Same benefits, different berry. Number 4, spinach. If there's one vegetable I could get every one of my patients to eat every single day, it would be spinach. I'm not exaggerating. This stuff is a nutritional powerhouse. Spinach is loaded with vitamins K, A, and C, plus manganese, magnesium, potassium, iron, and calcium. That's a long list. And every single one of those nutrients plays a role in supporting bone health, immune function, and muscle performance. For older men especially, those things matter enormously. And the glycemic index, it's just 15. 15, that's about as low as it gets. You can eat a huge portion of spinach and it will not move your blood sugar. That makes it one of the safest, most beneficial foods for people managing diabetes. Spinach is also a powerful antioxidant. It helps fight oxidative stress, which is a condition linked to chronic disease, including the complications that come with long-term diabetes. By eating spinach regularly, you're not just controlling your glucose, you're protecting your body for the long haul. The best part? Spinach is cheap. It's everywhere. And you can eat it a dozen different ways. Toss it raw in a salad. Blend it into a morning smoothie. You can barely taste it, I promise. Sauté it with garlic and olive oil as a side dish. Throw it into soups, omelets, or pasta. It cooks down fast and takes on whatever flavor you cook it with. If you're not eating spinach regularly yet, start today. It's one of the simplest changes you can make, and the impact on your health is real. Number 5, Peruvian Maca Root. Now, this one's a little different. Maca Root is a superfood that's grown in the Andes Mountains of Peru, and it's been used for centuries in South American cultures for energy, stamina, and vitality. You've probably seen it in health food stores or heard about it in the context of men's health, and there's a reason for that. First, let me be upfront with you. The scientific research on maca and diabetes is still evolving. The studies are promising but preliminary. I'm not going to oversell it and tell you it cures anything. That's not how I practice medicine, and that's not what the evidence supports right now. What I can tell you is that maca has a genuinely impressive nutritional profile, rich in vitamin C, B6, iron, and potassium. And early research suggests it may support blood sugar, stabilization, and insulin sensitivity. What maca is particularly known for, and where the evidence is stronger, is its effects on energy, mental clarity, mood, and stress reduction. And let me tell you, for men managing a chronic condition like diabetes, those things are not trivial. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which raises blood sugar. Fatigue makes it harder to exercise, cook well, and stay consistent. If maca helps you feel better, think more clearly, and stay motivated, that indirectly supports your diabetes management. Now, for people outside the US who are asking, maca goes by different names in different regions. In some Latin American countries, it's also known simply as maca andina or Lepidium mayeni. If you're in a country where you can't find it locally, look for it online in powder form. That's the most common way to use it. You can add maca powder to smoothies, mix it into oatmeal, or stir it into yogurt. It has a slightly earthy, nutty flavor. Not unpleasant, but noticeable. Start with a small amount, about half a teaspoon, and see how you feel. As the research continues to develop, maca is looking like a genuinely valuable addition to a diabetic-friendly diet. It's not a magic bullet, nothing is, but it's a smart supplement to consider. Number 6, avocado. I love avocado. And if you're a guy who grew up thinking healthy food is boring food, avocado is going to change your mind. This thing is rich, creamy, satisfying base, and it's doing serious work for your blood sugar at the same time. Avocados have only about 3 grams of net carbs per 100 grams and a glycemic index of 15. They are not going to spike your blood sugar. Period. What they will do is provide your body with healthy monounsaturated fats, the same type of fat found in olive oil, which are excellent for heart health. And since diabetes raises your cardiovascular risk, eating foods that protect your heart is doubly important. The real magic of avocado for diabetics comes down to 2 things: healthy fat and fiber. Together, they slow digestion, promote satiety, meaning you feel full and stay full, and help stabilize blood sugar after meals. For men who are also watching their weight, avocado is one of those foods that genuinely helps because it reduces the urge to overeat. 1/2 of an avocado with your meal, and you're going to feel satisfied in a way that a side of crackers just won't deliver. Avocados are also rich in vitamins K, C, and folate. These support immune health, blood clotting, and cellular function. As for how to eat them, the options are endless. Spread it on whole grain toast. Slice it over a salad. Mash it into guacamole with lime and a little salt. Blend it into a smoothie for creaminess without sugar. Use it as a base for creamy dressing. Or just eat it straight out of the skin with a spoon and a pinch of sea salt. That's a perfectly valid snack. Make avocado a regular part of your diet. It's one of the most versatile, satisfying, and health-supporting foods you can eat. And for managing diabetes, it's genuinely one of the best. Number 7, chia seeds. Last on the list, but honestly, chia seeds might be the most underrated thing I recommend to my patients. These tiny seeds are loaded with fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants. And for blood sugar management, they are exceptional. Here's the mechanism. Chia seeds are extremely high in soluble fiber. When they hit liquid, whether that's in your stomach, in a smoothie, or soaking in a bowl, they expand and form a gel-like substance. That gel slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, which directly prevents the sharp blood sugar spikes that are so dangerous for diabetics. If you eat a meal with chia seeds, your glucose response to that meal is noticeably more gradual. That is a measurable, meaningful benefit. The omega-3 fatty acids in chia seeds are also excellent for heart health, which, as I've said, is a top priority for people with diabetes. And the antioxidants help fight inflammation and oxidative stress, reducing the long-term risk of diabetic complications. Chia seeds are also surprisingly filling for their size. A small amount goes a long way, and because they slow digestion, they help keep you satisfied between meals, which reduces snacking and helps with overall calorie management. How do you use them? Easiest way, chia pudding. Take 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, Mix them into a cup of unsweetened almond milk or regular milk, add a little vanilla extract, and stick it in the fridge overnight. By morning, it's thick, creamy, and ready to eat. You can top it with raspberries. And look at that, 2 superfoods from this list working together. That's a solid breakfast for any man watching his blood sugar. You can also sprinkle chia seeds on salads for crunch, blend them into smoothies, or mix them into oatmeal. They have almost no flavor on their own, so they're easy to add to whatever you're already eating. One tip: make sure you're drinking enough water when you start eating chia seeds regularly. Because they absorb liquid, they can cause digestive discomfort if you're not well hydrated. Just something to keep in mind. All right, everyone. Those are the 7 superfoods that I believe every diabetic should be incorporating into their diet. Let's do a quick recap. Shrimp, black beans, raspberries, spinach, maca root, avocado, and chia seeds. Now, I want to be real with you for a second. I've been practicing medicine for over 15 years, and the one thing I've learned is that there's no single food, no magic pill, no miracle cure for diabetes. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you something. What actually works is consistency. Making small, smart changes to what you eat day after day, week after week. These 7 foods won't cure diabetes, but they will help you manage it better. They'll help stabilize your blood sugar, protect your heart, keep your energy up, and make it easier to stay on track. And for men who are in this for the long game, who want to be healthy, active, and sharp well into their 60s, 70s, and beyond, that's exactly what you need. One more thing before I go. Every body is different. Before you make significant changes to your diet, especially if you're on diabetes medication or managing other conditions, please talk to your own doctor. I can give you the best general information I have, but your physician knows your specific health history, your labs, your medications. Get personalized guidance. That's what I'd want for you. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And drop a comment below. I want to know, which of these 7 foods are you already eating? Which ones are you going to try? Let me know. I read every comment, and I'd love to hear how you all are doing. Stay healthy, gentlemen. I'll see you in the next one.